Hey, Roundup family. I don't want to seem like I'm misleading you with my videos, whereas I'm from time to time. I got these sessions set up. Coaching people hire me to go over their financial plans and to help them with their businesses. And sometimes when we get ready to go, they say, I don't want to go live, which I'm cool with that. I'm cool with people not. Oh, let me wipe this screen on. I'm cool with not going live. Not everybody's gonna. Lajal, I got your email, dog. I'll be in touch with you. Everybody didn't want to blast their whole life out on the internet like your boy does, but I'm just giving you a quick overview of what we just went over. This gentleman in Florida, he's in the military. I'm not blasting him out. I'm not going to mention his name, but it just getting started class. So what I'm thinking for everybody, I think he was looking for more a roadmap for himself, and everybody is different class. I just want you to know that some people might do well doing wholesaling high equity. Some people might do well with wholesaling low equity. Some people might do well with buying subject to, buying and selling lease option. Some people might want to do renovations. It all boils down to your cash reserves. If you broke, you better not be trying to do no renovations because every renovation costs more, right? Every renovation I've ever done costs more. I'm an expert. I've been doing this since 2004, and my last renovation I went over $5,000 on the reno. So everything costs more. If you're just starting out, my suggestion was for him: one, drive for dollars; two, do your sign. These signs work. The last house we bought, literally, the last house I bought came from a bandit sign. People are getting out of using signs. Everybody wants to be on the internet, which is cool. I'm not mad at the internet, but put your signs out. We've got different languages. We buy houses. I don't know. Mom buys houses. Work very well. Good gracious. Even she buys houses. We take over mortgage payments, divorce, behind on mortgage, and even I'm seeing people. I got another client in Maryland has a little button on the side that says call or text. I love that, or text or call, because some people don't even want to call you anymore, right? So just take a look back and don't try to do another one of my suggestions was for this person. Don't try to do everything. If you're working full time, just get your signs or do you a ringless voice blast or do you a text messaging blast. See what comes in on that. Don't forget, when you see me right here on this platform, I've been doing this since 2004, so I've been doing this for quite a while. So I'm blessed to be here to help you. But it's going to take time, patience, class. It won't take time to get this stuff down. This is just a recap for today. I wasn't able to, we didn't go live, so I hope I didn't mislead you with that title there. I'm going to change that title so I don't, people think I'm trying to clickbait you. I mean, I just learned what that was. Guess I'll do some quick questions if you want me to. I'm on the way. Let me tell you what's going on with me in my world. We get a home inspection yesterday. We got a $210,000 offer on the table. We accepted the offer. They go to the home inspection. They just broke the rule. They didn't even let us know they're doing the home inspection, so we didn't have the water on. They go and they look at the meter, and the meter, I guess they broke the meter, the water meter going to the house. So house didn't have any water. Home inspection goes bad. So now I'm on the way to the city to get the water cut on because I can't cut it on. Why? Because I don't own the house, right? Our trust owns the house. So we have to get our trustee to go down there. It's a nightmare. Stuff you deal with being an investor, a savvy investor. So part of the life, part of life. I'm going down there. And another thing I'm going to be doing for you, I'm going to do a full lease option breakdown for you. If you see here, I listed it. Yeah, I'm cheap. I try to reuse paper. I use it on both sides. Your boy's cheap. I don't want to say I'm cheap. I just don't like waste. We can use both sides of the paper. So let me see. My brother. Hey, you available? All right, let me wrap up this quick video. Give me about 5 minutes, man. And where you at? Okay. You want to just come here? Yeah. All right, peace. Okay. All right. One of my lenders wants to take a look at the property. We just got under contract. Wants to see the property's done. So we're going to take them over there and walk them through it. But I'm going to do a case study of a lease option deal that we're doing. Just got an application back. So I want to show you one of the lines on here. This is what you better have on your application. So I don't want to put her out there. I want you to read that line right there. It says, how much do you have for your rent to own down payment? How much do you have, class, for your rent to own down payment? So this lady has $3,000. So you better have an application or some way to pre-screen the broke people, the people that have money. Because I promise you, the majority of people, when someone says, "Well, how much?" If I tell them, this is my line. If you ask somebody how much down payment they have, and then they say, "Well, how much do I need?" They're broke. You don't want to deal with them. Well, in my experience, if you don't, if usually I just say, I learned this from Ronald Grant. Usually, when people don't tell me what they have, means they don't have any. All right. So, and I tell them that I'm like, if you don't tell me what you got, then all I need is 3, 4 thousand, and I'm happy. We can move on. Forget everything else. Let me do this. I'll do some quick Q&A because I'm getting ready to go cut this water on. Family, I love you guys. I love you. This is fuel to my fire. Passion. Being able to raise your financial literacy as mine was raised so many years ago. And I'm still trying to raise mine, class. Damon, you got something, the subject to deal we had going on is dead due to the loan being a line of credit. That ain't true. Damon, it don't matter about the line of credit shit. Not long as you keep paying it, it will be fine, Damon. I wouldn't worry about that. You better keep paying it. Can you explain a subject to deal on the seller side? So K2, the artist, you're talking about you're selling on the subject to? Well, I would highly not recommend doing that. If you're my client, I can't in good conscience recommend that, but you can do that. Let me rewind. Damon, I want to stay here with Damon. The framework of your deal, I don't care if it's a line of credit or whatever, as long as you make the payment, dog, and you need to get that deed of trust. Get that deed of trust so you know what the terms are. Most lines of credit, well, not most. A line of credit could be anything, 5 years, 10 years. I had lines of credit for 30 years. And then some of my lines of credit, 20 years, they renew every 5 years. So you had to go into the bank and renew them. So Damon, go down to the courthouse, pull that deed of trust so you know, or get your seller to sign the authorization and go to the bank and get the deed of trust. If it's not a local bank, that authorization allows you to call the bank, pull. They will send you or fax you. Let me repeat. Get that authorization to release. Damon, and I'm almost done. Damon, get that authorization to release. Send it to the bank. I don't care where they are in the world. They're under obligation to fax you or mail you the full copy of that promissory note so you'll know exactly what you're getting into. I have done it. I've called the bank. Listen, I need the full promissory note. Matter of fact, I'll show you. I'll bring one up. Got one right here. So here's the house that I own subject to. All right, before I bought it, I went down to the courthouse. I'm just going to show you real quick. I'll just show you one. This one had two deeds of trust. Matter of fact, Damon, this had a line of credit on it. So you go down there, you can pull the deed of trust, right? Pull it. Go right down to the courthouse. You can say, this isn't, I don't want to show you the name, but my name isn't on it. But you get that deed of trust, Damon, so you know exactly what's on there. Oh, here it is. Here's the first right here. I had the first. The first deed of trust. I already paid it off, though. This is what you want right here, my brother Damon. Get some of these in your file. Oh, my Lord. Class. Get some of those in your file. Paid. Loan paid. Oh, my goodness gracious. That's when your life going to change. Paid, my brother. Paid off. paid off. That's when your life turns into. That's when you start living, players. When you get some paid stamps. Bam, paid. Good God, I'll never forget walking down there making that final payment. Bam, paid off. My next one, I'm gonna have a party. My next one. Oh, now I'm sorry, I left you hanging, K2. Oh, you meant when you first get a house under contract via subject to, do you need an attorney present? K2, no. When you're doing the subject to on the buy, all you need is the subject to purchase agreement. If you don't have one, just email me. I always forget to do this. Class, if you need the subject to documents, I always forget to put my email on here. I'm gonna do that right now. K2, all you need is the subject to purchase and sale agreement, and you need, sorry, Chris, my email is chris.houses@gmail.com. Need the purchase and sale agreement, and you have to take the authorization to release information. That's all you need at the initial meeting, and not even at the initial meeting. You need that first signed, those two documents. The contract, the purchase agreement, because we don't say contracts, right? The purchase agreement is going to give you the right to buy, so you turn that into the attorney or the title company. The authorization to release information gives you the right to interface with the bank. All right, so you need those two before you do anything. I mean, all the other ones, I wouldn't even wet it. Don't even worry about that stuff till you get ready to go to closing. All the other documents, the disclosures, insurance, and all that crap, don't even worry about that yet, K2, because you're not going to closing yet. Or if you will be going to closing, what if you get a contract and you find out the payment is higher than what they said? You're not even going to go to closing, right? You're going to wait. You won't even go to closing. So, K2 the artist. All you need to start off, purchase and sale agreement, subject to purchase and sale agreement, and authorization to release information. That's it. Don't be showing up with all those disclosures and all this power of attorney. You can try that. I had a client yesterday do it. And the lady signed it, you know. You never know. Can I explain? Can I? Oh, hey, Curtis, what up? Get some round up dollars. Yeah, man. I'm here to help you. Oh, Feezy, can you please explain putting a house in a trust when doing to a lease to own option? You're not using a trust. Oh, Feezy, PFC, you're not using a trust if you're just doing a lease option. You can't use a trust because you're not buying it. Trust is going to go on title when you buy. All right. I guess your trust could have the option and the lease too. But I would just use my LLC if you're doing a lease option. I mean, you're not going to buy it. The land trust you're creating it when you buy the house. Sorry about that, Feezy. Damon, seasoned investor told me that USAA recall loans. Oh, okay. I'd like to see that one, which is who the lender is. Well, don't forget yesterday our attorney that I had. Don't forget you can get his subject to course. He gave us a discount for the rest of the day. Um, USAA, he said, isn't going to allow you to have the insurance in your LLC. So just send over the insurance in your personal name, and it's over. Don't worry about that. Damon, I would like to see that. Talk to that investor to see. Matter of fact, maybe I'll get somebody on here that had a subject to loan called. I want to hear what that is. That's terrible. Hey, Beezer. L'Oreal, house upside down and need a little work. Should I consider subject to? Absolutely. Wait till you see the house I'm selling now. It doesn't even have, I mean, I've sold houses that don't even have kitchens, you know? I mean, they need complete remodel. Don't think about you. Man, I wish I could show you the house that I just walked through. I'm selling it as is, and we already have a $3,000 tenant buyer, you know? So I don't know the house that you're looking at, but you might have to charge more of a down payment. But yes, you can only get, not only, but you will get larger down payments for prettier houses. I'll say that. I guess I should have probably listed my lease option. I might have been able to get more. I don't know. K2, you're targeting pre-foreclosures from the county website. Good. It's long drawn out process. Any advice for marketing everything? Yeah, I go right to the house, direct mail. K2, I'm going right to your house. I got a team that just goes out right to the house. I'm showing up at your door. How can I help? Marketing for pre-foreclosures, no, in my experience, hasn't been solid. I mean, it might work, but you can take some of those FedEx letters, just go to the FedEx boxes or go to the post office and get some of those envelopes, express mail, and put your letters down in there and drop it at the door. I've seen that work. William, hey, the market is supposed to be slowing, but that's not true here in Northeast Florida. I believe that. Am I wasting time trying to do lease options with houses selling as fast as they are listed? No, you're not wasting time, William. We are dealing with people, the 75%, according to HUD, not my numbers, the 75% of the potential buyers that cannot go out and get a home loan. Those are the people I love dealing with. Don't forget our mission statement with doing lease options. We provide home ownership for people that can't necessarily go out and get a loan. Memorize that statement, class. You will make money, period. We're doing this all over the country. Oh, don't forget to smash the thumbs up. We're doing this all over the country, from Maryland to Florida to Indiana to Cali. I've seen this work. And I didn't create it. This is just stuff from my mentors. Excuse me real quick. This might be a live call. I don't know. Hello, may I help you?
I'm calling about. I called you yesterday about your rent to own in Hampton.
Oh, live call. Okay, I just want to let you know we're recording this for training purposes, brother. That's all. Go ahead.
Can you hear me? What I'm talking about?
I do. Yeah. I know exactly. You're talking about the one in Hampton, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
All right. So you want to? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Did the people move out yesterday?
They did. They left the key in the mailbox. I can't confirm that because I haven't been there. I will be going there within the next hour. But he did send me a text message that said he would be gone and he was leaving the key in the mailbox. When do you want to go by?
I'm gonna try to go by there to around like I might not be able to make it till like 5 something just because I got another thing I got to do when I get off work with the DMV and stuff like that.
Okay.
But me and my wife are very interested. I had another question about it though. Is it gonna be in the condition where the person left it for it to be moved in?
Yeah, we don't do any repairs. You can probably get it done for cheaper than we can.
Oh, okay. And when it's a rent to own, you put a deposit down, and then what is the monthly payment that we need to make?
I'm sorry, brother. We don't do deposits. I'm sorry.
Oh, how does it work to get in?
We only do down payments. So if you're looking for a rental, we might not be the people you're looking for.
No, we're looking for a rent to own. I get what you mean, a down payment. You do a down payment, but I'm saying there's still going to be a monthly fee, right?
Yeah, the rent there, I think it's 7. Well, it all depends on what you put down. You know, the rent there's 740 or 750. I'll have to look back on the ad, brother. I can't remember.
Okay, yeah, I think it said 750. I was just confirming that. But we're just trying to figure out how it all works, how you get in, because you said you don't do credit check, right?
We don't do credit check, brother. But we're not going to rent to anybody that is in an active eviction. If you're like getting evicted today,
No, we don't have any evictions. That's not the problem.
Okay,
my wife's credit score is just a little low right now because it had to do with her car. We're paid up on our car and stuff. It had to do with her car for a while because we were paying behind on our car because my check wasn't covering everything because she was sick and in the hospital while during her pregnancy. We've had the baby now and she's about to go back to work.
Gotcha.
It had nothing to do with evictions or nothing. We don't have evictions.
I don't care about that. Okay. All right.
Because our credit score is just a little low. That's what we were worried about on the credit. That's why we can't get approved for an apartment.
Well, I don't care.
I don't have established credit, so my credit score is like at the high fives. You get what I'm saying? And then hers is low right now. So
I don't care about the credit score, but I care about what's on it. Like if you got an eviction, that's all I care about.
No. We don't have none of that. We've gotten every place literally said that we were going to get approved. The only thing that they're not approving us on is our combined credit score. Not what's on the credit, the combined credit score. I guess it has to be at a certain level for certain apartment complexes.
Could be. I don't know. We don't know.
So that's why we're trying to go through a personal owner. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, don't forget, brother, we provide home ownership for people that can't necessarily go out and get a loan. So I just want to make sure that's up front, brother.
Yeah, no, I know that. And I think that I'm talking to the right person. And I'm on lunch right now, so I was just trying to confirm with you that that's what you did. Because I had a rent to own that I left to my wife when I left in Indiana. When I got divorced, my wife took over the loan or whatever. So I've done rent to own before, but I just wanted to make sure you were the same way as they were.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
All right. All right, well, I'm going to talk it over with my wife. I mean, we'll see what we have for a deposit, or not a deposit, a down payment, and we'll try to go there from there with you. We're just trying to get in a place ASAP. We got 3 kids, so it's like, and I know you said it's a 3-bedroom. Our sons are young, so they stay in the same room, so we're not really worried about that.
Okay, that's cool. Well, give me a call.
I'll give you a call tonight and let you know where I'm at.
Yeah, just call me before you go over there. So I'm going to go over there in about an hour to verify that they're gone.
Hey, is there pictures online that are current, or could you send me some pictures of it? If not,
yeah, they're online. Whoever saw the ad saw all the pictures. They're current, brother.
They're current. All right, thank you.
Okay, God bless you. Bye.
All right, you too.
1 second, my lender just showed up at the door. Be right back, class. Any questions? Throw them in. Close the door. Buggy. I've got to hire somebody to clean my office up. Come on, have a seat. Yeah, have a seat. We can ready to leave. You good on time? I mean, I got a few more minutes and I'm done. Class, so close that door, man. These dogs, they do. Class, y'all just heard a live lease option call. That is how it's handled. We don't do deposits. We don't do deposits, class. Down payments only. When people start talking about deposits and all that crap, I'm not the guy you want. All right, I'll do some quick Q&A, and then I gotta get out of here. So you heard that? I got a lease option house. We're gonna be going there in a minute. I'm gonna record it all for you, so you won't miss anything. I haven't even seen inside. But when I get there, we'll be walking in together. So stay tuned for that video. I'm going to release it, I guess, in a couple of days. The man told me he left the key in the mailbox, but we shall see. We shall see. Oh, Feezy, can you explain the reason for putting a house in a trust before beginning? Oh, we already did that. Mom 22, hey, when do you use the limited power of attorney? Great question, Mom 22, girls 804. You gotta shorten that name. I still love you though. I love you. I love you. When do we use the power of attorney? You use the power of attorney at closing when you're buying subject to from your seller. So when you have a problem after the seller leaves, or God forbid they move on to the afterlife, you have that power of attorney. You can go to the lender or to the insurance company or to the bank and cash a check. Because one time I remember I had a check come. I sold a subject to house, right? And they mailed me a check for $2,000 for overpayment of the principal. So I took that check with my power of attorney into the bank and they cashed it for me. So that the power of attorney you keep for anything that pops up after the closing or buying subject to. Keep that document. If you don't keep it, you're going to be in trouble. Now, sometimes you can't get those. Like I have deals where your seller, in fact, is a power of attorney. So your seller is selling for a dead relative or an incapacitated relative. So you're not able to obtain that power of attorney. So for me, I knew the deal was so good, I still did the deal. And you can't get a power of attorney from somebody else that it can't be granted. So I mean, sometimes you can't get it, but you can still get the authorization to release. So that should be okay. You know, all this stuff, class, it never goes smooth. I mean, you're never gonna have everything in a row and sellers happy. It just never happens. It's always some caveat, just like Murphy's Law. He hangs around. Paris, hey brother, why you got to talk to you about you? Yeah, Paris, you got the seller to sign all that crap. That's cool. I ain't mad at you. Rosanna, hey. Someone told you to put a lease option in a trust. I guess you could. Minister, thank you, Paris. Thank you. What's the difference between a deposit and a down payment? Oh, come on. Who asked that? K2. A deposit can be. Oh, God, man. Excuse me for the dogs. A deposit can be misconstrued as being refunded, right? We don't do deposits. I don't even want to hear anything about a deposit. And it helps set the state of your conversation when you're talking to people. A down payment is paid and it's over. A deposit, an attorney or judge or some third party could consider a deposit to be refundable. So I don't want no parts of them when doing a lease option, okay? Paris, you accidentally found out your neighbor found out my neighbor directly across the street from me. What's going on with the neighbor across the street, Paris? I don't understand what you accidentally found out your neighbor. Are they going into foreclosure or something? Oh, Feezy, the house you're working on needs. That's right, Paris. You have to train the buyers. Don't let them train you. Good point. Train the buyers. You don't get trained. It's either train or be trained in this game. This house I'm working on needs a roof. It has pink 1970 bathrooms. I don't care about that. It needs a new air conditioning and other many things. The owner owes 105 and it's worth 140. Repairs 25. Yeah. That's not a deal, Feezy. That's only a subject to. You better not be doing that. Not enough room in it. Forever Noble, what's the craziest landlord tenant story I got? Craziest landlord tenant story. Oh man, my boy. My boy, I can't bring him on camera because he would prefer to remain anonymous. But I don't know. I can't remember the whole story, but it was crazy, right? What? Maybe we'll bring you on with a blur, like what happened blanked out with that. I don't. I mean, I'm not. I don't even remain anonymous. I'm gonna put him on the spot. We'll get him to him later. He got some good ones. I don't have to. Forever Noble. I will do that another day. I don't have time to go over that. Trying to create that. Yeah. What do I have to say about land trusts? Delano, you better be using them. You better not be putting houses in your name or in your company name. And you just email me. My email is in the video description. You can get my land trust. I'll email it to you. I do have to charge you a small fee, but email me if you want my land trust. 55 TD. How often do people not return the key after viewing the property? And what's the solution for that problem? 55 TDT? I don't know what that means. I would say 1 out of 20 people will take your key. I haven't had a tenant buyer move in one time. Shit. Maybe that's my Forever Noble. That might be my best story. Had a tenant buyer move in. I had to go get the magistrate to give me an order, trespassing order against these fools. I can't get into that. Yeah, they're gonna take your key, but make sure you have a spare key and then put it back in there. But it's best to put a lockbox on there because how much time am I saving driving to and fro houses? I'm not doing that crap. I'd rather them still. I got people take my appliances. Matter of fact, the last house we did, they took my refrigerator. I'm not worried about it. Put a new one in there, or now house comes with no fridge. Telling you, hey, how do I set up? How do I set up signing for an out-of-state trustee if the docs is set up for me both to be signed and notarized at the same time? They do not have to be notarized at the same time. You can have two documents. Just modify it, or I'll help you modify it. We do that all the time. I have trustees in other states. The first notary will say this notary is for the trustee. The second one will say this notary is for the beneficiary. You got to get creative with this stuff, Tanya. So yes, sometimes you got to do that. Just modify it and create two notaries. That's all. Rosanna, are there tax benefits for owner financing? For owner on and owner financing? Yes. Tax benefits for the seller for owner financing? They don't pay taxes on the full sales price. They only pay taxes on the money that they're getting for that year. All right. That's one of the benefits that you sell owner financing to for ma and pa. Wondering if I could pitch that to the owner. That's right. The other benefit is if they're getting older, like I'm going to be owner financing all my stuff. I don't want to own crap for the man to come take it from me, right? You can't take something that I don't own. So if I have these notes, I'm still doing my research on my asset protection, but generally speaking, they will make one liquidate houses. But if you don't own the house on your tax returns, they can't make you liquidate it. So all you have is an income stream. And I'm still researching, but I'm my mentor is telling me that the nursing homes or the government doesn't require you to liquidate income streams on owner financing because you can't if you don't own the house, the government, how are they going to make you liquidate call that note to the seller, right? So you still want the income stream. That's another benefit for owner financing. Yeah. All right, class, I got to get up out of here. I love you. Please smash the thumbs up button. I got 20 more questions here. You know, I'd like to get as much as I can. I'll be back tomorrow with Eddie. I'm not sure quite what time, but I'll see if I can get another story for you. I forgot. My boy here has a good story for you.
Tell them to make sure.
Oh, go ahead.
Tell them to make sure that they subject to.
Subject to. He got some subject twos also.
Yeah, make sure they have the people move out instead of renting.
That's right.
Yeah. So,
Bugs is telling me he did a subject to. Matter of fact, we'll do an interview on that one. You have to make sure, and I preached this to you before class. You better make sure the tenants move out. They have to move out of the house. We don't let anybody lease back or even try to do any type of financing with people that are living right on the property. All right, we don't do that. You have to. We don't even. If you need to stay in the house, we're not the people you're looking for. All right. So I got to get to this.
Huh? It might be nice as heck, but
they're nice until it's time for them.
Yeah, exactly.
I got to get to this house. All right. God. I love you, class.